Hey, sixth grade math, it's Mr. Hussey here. On this will be Wednesday's, yes, Wednesday's lesson, and we're gonna deal with something called one-step equations. So if you guys can write this down, one-step equations. That's our topic for today, one-step equations. You guys can kind of, scribble this off. I think that makes it more confusing. Okay, so we'll just talk about one-step equations down here. Solve the following one-step equations, draw algebra tiles if needed, and then check your work. Okay, so number 3. What you have to do is you have to get x by itself. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is get x by itself. Or obviously, if it's like an N or a P or an A, then you get the letter by itself. Okay, so get x by itself. Right? Let's write ourselves some notes there. Now, how do I get the x by itself over here? We want to get rid of this riffraff, this other mess around it. We want to get rid of that -6. Okay, now we need to think about what's the opposite of -6. If you dug a hole 6 feet in the ground, how could you undo that? Well, you'd have to add 6 feet of dirt, okay, and then it would be back to even. So basically, we're looking to get rid of a -6, so we'll +6. Whatever we do to that side of the equal sign, we do to this side of the equal sign. A -6 and a +6 are 6 feet underground and then filled in with 6 feet of dirt. That crosses off. That gives you nothing. And you're left with x equals 12 plus 6, which is 18. So your answer is 18. Okay. Now, if you want to check, I do want you to check on a few of these. So you should always check every answer, but you should show your work for a few of them. So what you can do is you can take that 18, plug it in here. So 18 minus 6 is 12, and that indeed is true. So we know we did it correctly. So I just took my answer, I plugged it in here for x. So 18 minus 6, which I wrote down, is equal to what they had there, 12, and 12 is equal to 12. That's true. Okay. Number 4, let's look at number 4. X plus 5 equals 11. Okay, so I want to get rid of this +5. We want the x by itself. So to get rid of a +5, I do the opposite, which is -5. +5 and -5, they cross off. They give me nothing, right? That's why they don't just magically cross off. They cross off because +5 minus 5 is nothing, okay? If you have a mound of 5 feet of dirt and then you take it away, there's nothing. All right, so we get x equals 11 minus 5 is 6, so x equals 6. To check that one, we're going to take our 6 plus 5 equals 11. Okay. Why don't you guys try number 5 and 6? Okay, so number 5 is... This one's set up a little different, so we want to get that x by itself, so we'll leave it there, but we want to get this 3 out of the way. So if there's nothing in front of there, that's like a +3, so we have to -3 from this side and -3 from that side of the equal sign. So you'll get x equals 4. Then checking it, just take that answer, plug it in here, so 3 plus 4. Yes, that is indeed 7. So we did it correctly. All right, let's look at this one. Number 6. Number 6, we want the x by itself. So in this case, it's on the right side of the equation, but that doesn't matter. We still want it by itself. You always want to get x by itself. So here we're going to go ahead and +2. And you'll get x is equal to 17. Sorry, it took a minute to focus there. So x equals 17. If I took my 17 and put it in here, it'd be 17 minus 2. So 15 equals 15. That's true. Okay. So why don't you guys try 7, 8, 9, 10 in the challenge. And go ahead and pause the video. Try those 4. And then when you've got all 4 of those, pick up the video and let's see how you did. Okay. All right, and you guys can go ahead and take a look to see if you got those answers. So for this one, x equals 7, x equals 40, 24.6, and 15. Okay, so your job for the rest of your work for today is to go ahead and do this sheet. It says homework 2. We're trying to get away from teachers just calling it homework so it doesn't stress people out, make you feel like you got double the amount. But it says homework, but it's just going to be your assignment. Okay, so you are going to practice the same type of problem that you did here. You're going to take notes on this, and then you're going to go ahead and do this. If you need to do it on separate paper, that's fine. If you needed to do the notes on separate paper, that's fine. I just got ink today personally when I went out grocery shopping, but in these times, it's probably best not to go out and get ink and risk, getting sick over something like that. So, plus it builds a little like mental toughness. If you have to write it on separate paper, you really have to be tough and work hard. Okay, so your job is to go ahead and do numbers 1 through 11, and it's going to give you some answers, and the puzzle will give the solution to why didn't Bob drink a glass of water with 8 pieces of ice. Okay, so it's going to be one of those puzzle sheets. All right, God bless you guys. Have a great day. This is Wednesday's assignment.